There are three things you'd want in an off-roader SUV. Looks to play the part, a terrain management system, and immense power on tap. And evidently, the BAIC B30 has it all. And you know what else? A pretty attractive price tag, south of 2 million pesos.
Kotse ba? Philkotse na.
Hindi na bago ang BAIC sa Pilipinas. The Chinese automaker previously sold cars in the 2010s pero nawala sila during the pandemic. Now under the distributorship of United Asia Automobile Group Incorporated or UAGI, the same distributor of Chery, Photon, and Lynk & Co., BAIC is back with a fresh new lineup of crossovers and SUVs, including this, the BAIC B30e Dune. While I am not a fan of its predecessor, the BA20, I think the B30 is a redemption for this model. The B30 Dune is a hybrid crossover SUV introduced just this year, the second generation model of this nameplate. It sports a familiar front end, aligned with BAIC's rugged and military-inspired styling. It has full LED lighting, giving it a modern appeal. It's available in 5 different colors, one of them in matte gray, with this unit you're seeing wearing the moss green paint.
Now these are 19s, and then you also have true LED positioning lights. But one thing that caught my attention is those things, or that thing, which is a tiny stepboard. But wait until you open up the doors and you see here a functional stepboard for small people like me.
The B30 Dune is 4,730mm long, 1,910mm wide, 1,790mm tall, and has a 2,820mm wheelbase. It's about the size of a Toyota Fortuner, but it's slightly smaller than the similarly spec'd Jetour T2. Sa ground clearance naman, it has a respectable 215mm space from the ground. It has similar approach and departure angles with the T2, though it has a smaller 450mm wading depth. But of course, both are mild off-roaders and not meant for hardcore trails. The barrage of LEDs continues at the back, with a tall, commanding stance when viewed from the rear.
Quite a looker, right? But if you open up the tailgate, the power tailgate, you have a very spacious trunk area and practical tonneau cover na sobrang sturdy. It can hold up to 15 kilograms of whatever you want to put atop it. Medyo mabigat siya if you need help, but yeah, it's sturdy and it won't slip. And the best part of it is it can transform into a picnic table for your camping needs. Now, I want to highlight this part because despite the B30 being a fairly huge machine, hindi pinilit gawin ng BAIC 7-seater. So you have a really huge second row, although 3 people would be a tight squeeze, but for 2 fairly thin or average individual, this is really roomy. And then you have aircon vents here. That's a good thing going for this car.
The B30 Dune comes with a two-tone interior theme with light gray as the main hue. In front of the leather-wrapped steering wheel is a 10.25-inch display instrument cluster, while the infotainment screen measures 14.6 inches, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto paired with wireless charging. The front seats also have power adjustments and can fold flat in various configurations for maximum utility.
The materials here look soft, they feel premium, soft touch materials. But I want you to notice something here. Notice something different? Yes, wala na siyang buttons. So no aircon button so whatsoever. You only have the start button and then your dial for drive modes. Everything, every control that you need are here at the 14-inch touchscreen. Now, if that's a good or bad thing, that's up to you.
Being a fresh model, the B30 Dune comes with BAIC's latest advanced driver assist features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and all the tech nannies you can think of. And yes, they are all available in both 4x2 and 4x4 variants. Of course, basic safety systems are in place, including a full set of airbags. The B30 comes in two flavors, 4x2 and 4x4. Both come with a turbocharged 1.5-liter gasoline engine, at dahil hybrid nga, they are paired with electric motor or motors. The 4x2 variant has a single motor on the front axle, while the 4x4 has two electric motors. It's not a plug-in hybrid, but the B30 Dune is biased on using its electric motors with regeneration braking and engine charging the battery in normal applications. Power output is 329 horsepower and 550 Nm of torque for the 4x2, while the 4x4 produces 403 horsepower and a massive 605 Nm of torque. It also has drive modes and a terrain management system which controls the transmission, steering, and suspension depending on the settings.
On the road, may kang konting need for more acceleration or more abrupt torque, especially when you're in comfort mode. But when you go to sport mode, ganun pa rin. May konting road close. So where were we? Acceleration. So sport mode, ganun pa rin. Medyo kailangan ng konting torque, kailangan konting patience. And I guess it's not about the engine, the turbocharged engine, or the electric motors, but more on the transmission and how they interact with the car. So there's that need for improvement on that area. But what I like about this car is the handling, because we're now in sport mode and hindi siya ganun kabigat, but meron pa ring feedback na you want it in a car this big. Plus, I did a 2-point U-turn kanina, or 2-point turn, and madali siya despite this car being a bit on the hefty side or being on the big boy side.
The ride on comfort mode is soft and pliant, but not to the point that the car feels floaty. It does lean a lot on tight, fast corners, but to be fair, I like how it didn't feel huge on the road. Madali lang siya maneuver around. The changes are subtle in sport mode, but I do think we will need more time with this car to give you a better and deeper assessment.
The BAIC B30 may need some improvement in some areas, but we can't deny that this is a beautifully designed SUV. Which brings us to the pricing. The B30 Dune 4x2 starts at 1.488 million, and then the 4x4 variant, wala bang price, but it is below 2 million, sabi sa amin.
In comparison, the top spec B30 Dune 4x4 should be over $500,000 pesos more affordable than its closest rival, the Jetour T2, while offering the same rugged looks and mild off-roading capabilities.
Considering the competition, that's a fair and good price point. So, we encourage you to test drive this car whenever you can, whenever you have the chance, para makita mo at maranasan mo yung mga naranasan namin while testing this vehicle. My name is Jacob Oliva, the head of content and video of Philkotse.com. See you on our next videos. Thanks for watching. For the latest news, reviews, and anything you want to know about cars and car ownership, visit Philkotse.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify para hindi ka huli sa usapan. Tandaan, kotse ba? Philkotse na!